And hello and good evening and welcome here to Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark as OKC Comets and Round Rock Express Baseball is on the air here on AM 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com, or on the iHeartRadio app. Welcome to everybody on the Valley Sports Live and the MLB TV, as far as those of you watching on the app. Daniel Voiles, and for the first time this season, Senor Sean with you here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Producer and engineer back in our 1340 studios, the YouTuber. The Comets are taking on the Round Rock Express, the AAA parent club of the Texas Rangers, which these two teams have won the last three World Series. Round Rock's affiliate Texas Rangers won it in 2023. Comets parent club, the LA Dodgers, won it the last 2 years, so we'll see if that trend continues or if another team will continue on as far as that's concerned. Before I bring Sean in the booth, let's talk about our pitching matchup. Nick Nastrini, who figured in a no decision back against Las Vegas, he will start for the Comets. He'll take on Cal Quantrill for the Express. He's looking for a bounce back. His last start did not go the way he hopes. He's 0-1 with a 20.25 earned run average. Our first pitch will start at 6:05 Central Time. Let's take you through the news and notes in today's Dodgers report. Bad news for Oklahoma City as far as the injured list. Kyle Hurt, who, by the way, left the game against Las Vegas with a lower back pain. He is going to be out for 13 days, so that will mean he will not be eligible to play in the series against Round Rock, which is really a shame, but he has a lower back pain injury. It's not going to be serious, but he will be out for 2 weeks, so he was placed on the 15-day injured list as far as that is concerned. Last night, Los Angeles Dodgers took on the Toronto Blue Jays. They won by a score of 6-3. Roki Sasaki got the win. Jose Barrero took the loss. He's 0-2. Sasaki gets his first win on the year. 2 home runs for Will Smith, who led off the game with a home run for the Dodgers, his 9th RBI, 5th home run of the season. Shohei Ohtani hit his 3rd home run with his 3rd and 4th RBIs on the season. Teoscar Hernandez hit his 2nd home run, his 2nd and 3rd RBI. Kyle Tucker had an RBI double for the Dodgers. Sasaki, 5 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts to get the win. Edwin Diaz, the former Met player, got an inning and a 1/3, retired all but 1 batter he faced as he earned the save, his 2nd on the season. Alejandro Kirk had an RBI for the Blue Jays, and Jesus Sanchez hit a 2-run homer for Toronto. Jose Barrero's 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Dodgers are continuing their matchup against the Blue Jays right now. Shohei Ohtani is pitching for the Dodgers. He's taking on Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays. Double-A Tulsa taking on Springfield as far as that is concerned. And wanted to say I'm very excited about this match. And Sean, we're happy to have you with us. I know last season I forgot to bring you into the booth for the first meeting of the series, but at least I've corrected myself. How have you been so far in the first part of the season with you guys 5-4 coming off a series against Gwinnett?
Well, we started off pretty well here. We're kind of almost at that 500 range, but we've been really anticipating this matchup, especially with how last season went, with how it was equaled up. But this is going to be a lot of fun up here in Oklahoma City. It's going to be a fun matchup, and I can't wait to get started.
Yep, you got a lot of good players on your lineup, which we're going to talk about the lineup as you see the pitching matchup. Make sure that I don't have someone to interrupt me, which we don't. So this is the lineup for the Express. We have Jose Herrera. He's the catcher leading it off. Jonah Bride, the first baseman, will bat second. Trevor Hauer, the right fielder, bats third. Nick Prado, the left fielder, batting fourth. Cody Freeman, the second baseman, bats fifth. Tyler Wade, the DH, bats sixth. Sebastian Walcott, the shortstop, bats seventh. Alejandro Osuna, the center fielder, bats 8. And Caber Rodriguez, he will bat 9th for the Express. They will have Will McLiver, Marcana, the dangerous hitter, and Justin Foscue. We always know, every time Oklahoma City plays the Express, we know how dangerous Justin Foscue is. He is a really good, talented player. And Frainer Chavez will also come off the bench if needed. Also, Dodgers made a couple of changes. Mike Sirota is going to be got called up to the Comets, along with Michael Solani from Double-A Tulsa. And also, Austin Gauthier has not made a start this season. Speaking of Comets, this is their lineup. We'll have Matt Gorski. He'll be the center fielder leading off. Santiago Espinal, the third baseman, will bat second. James Tibbs, the third, the right fielder, batting fourth. Ryan Ward, the left fielder, bats fourth, with Alex Freeman, the second baseman, batting fifth. Keston Hira, the DH, bats sixth. Ryan Fitzgerald, who in real life is off to a really good start. Of course, he played on Sunday in Double-A Tulsa. That was his last game. He will bat seventh. Noah Miller, the shortstop, bat eighth. And Eliezer Alfonso, the catcher, he will bat ninth. And you already know the starting pitchers, and we've already gone over your defense for both teams. So, beautiful night here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. As I said, first time Sean has joined me this season, as we're happy to have you with us. This is only game number 10 game number 10 of the season. As the Comets are now taking the field.
And we're just getting started. We're just getting started into our season matchup.
Yep. Funny thing is, Sean will be back in a couple of weeks when these two teams meet down there in Round Rock. As there you look at the numbers for Nick Nastrini. Pitched 5 innings in his start on Wednesday against Las Vegas. Did not factor in a decision, however. But he had a good start, don't get me wrong. Of course, it's a difficult environment with a hitter-friendly environment. It's Jose Herrera batting .207, no homers, 3 RBIs. He's batting left. Nick Nastrini's first pitch of the evening is called for a strike. We're underway here at 6:05. That's fouled away. Round Rock just coming off their series against Gwinnett. That's a check swing for strike 3, and that is how we begin tonight's game, as Jonah Bride batting .121 with 1 homer, 2 RBIs. Both teams are coming off a loss. Round Rock losing on Sunday against Gwinnett. The Comets lost to the Aviators. And Jonah Bride, there's his stats. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So both teams looking to bounce back from a tough loss. Round Rock, I believe, split the series, as that's called for a strike. 0 for 3 with a walk on Sunday for Jonah Bride. That's low for ball 1. Just underway, top of the first. That's fouled away. The thing we talk about, Sean, is here's the next pitch. That's fouled away. The one thing we talk about whenever we talk about Round Rock and Oklahoma City is that, we talk about these are two good teams. I mean, yeah, I know there's a rivalry between these two, as that's outside for Bowl 2, but this is a lot of fun talking about Round Rock and Oklahoma City whenever we do these games together, as that's fouled away.
Well, yeah, because we always like to have a friendly competition here, and we always get to be part of these kinds of games.
8 pitches at this bat. Remember, Sean has won 3 of the last 4. That's including NBA. That's ball 3. Trevor Halver on deck. And that is called for strike 3 for the second out. I think that was ball 4 to me. And I'm surprised that Round Rock did not challenge that, as here's a ground ball to the second baseman over the first. Nat will end a 1-2-3 top of the first. We are going to the bottom of the inning with no score. First meeting of 4 these two teams will have. We'll have 2 here in Oklahoma City, 2 down there at Dell Diamond in Round Rock, as there's your pitcher for the Express, Cal Quintrell. Coming off a tough loss. He only pitched 2 2/3 inning in his last start. He'll hope to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, he's someone that's going to try to rebound here. He didn't play that great, and we'll see what happens here. during this game today.
Matt Gorski, 233, 1 homer, 5 RBIs. That's high for ball 1, batting right. 0 for 5 with a strikeout on Sunday against Las Vegas. The Comets did lose that game against Vegas, but won the series 4-2. That was in a hitter-friendly environment, which we always talk about that. Is there's a fly ball to right field. Right fielder will get the catch. One away here in the bottom of the first. Santiago Espinal, 390 average, no homer, 6 RBIs. And the thing about this is, Sean, is that, a lot of different players we have for both teams, as that's fouled away for strike 1. You got Santiago Espinal. You still know Ryan Ward and all that, but as here's a ground ball by the third baseman, he'll take it himself over the first for the second out. But you're not used to, as here's the former River Cat James Tibbs III, 244 average, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. You saw him against Sacramento. This is the first time you're seeing him as a Comet, as that's.
Well, yeah,
right.
And this is always the changes with the offseason stuff. Anybody can get traded anywhere, and we're seeing the changes here for both squads. You're going to see people that wasn't part of Round Rock last year, that's part of it this year. And we're seeing people from the Comets that weren't there last year be on here this year.
Some of them from Double-A Tulsa, we can also say, and also Double-A Frisco. There's a blooper to left field. Dive for it, can't make the catch. That's going to go in the left center field for a base hit. So James Tibbs III, a much bounce back after his struggles on Sunday against Las Vegas. Remember, Round Rock traveled up after their game against Gwinnett. Here's a ground ball over the second. Now we'll get the fourth end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. We go to the second with no score. Remember, Round Rock bust up after the game. Comets had to fly home after Las Vegas, so we had been a little bit on a jet lag. As Nick Prado, 219 average, no homers, 2 RBIs. I know we haven't gone over the jerseys, and we'll do that in a second. Here's the first pitch from Mistrini. Here's a blooper to right field. That is going to be caught for the first out of the second.
That is it. The second baseman, Cody.
Here's the dangerous Round Rock player, Cody Freeman. Batting .222, no homers, no RBIs. Batting right. Here's the first pitch. That's called for a strike. Should go over the weather while we're also thinking about this. It says 41 degrees. It was nice today. Clear skies, winds blowing out at 28 miles an hour. Yikes. That could play a factor in this game.
That's really why it's cold outside. And while we're inside this nice warm booth.
We're also wearing our jackets, which is really just pretty cool. Woody Keller. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just cold out there.
Yeah. Woody Keller is our home plate umpire. This is an ABS system game, should I remind you all, if you are new to this channel. Woody Keller is going to be the ones that's going to call balls and strikes. If you don't like the call that is incorrect, that you need to challenge, you all have to do is tap your cap or tap your helmet. If the call gets overturned, you win the challenge. If it confirms, you lose the challenge. You get 2. We have Ed Drummond at first, Clyde Washington at second, Earl Hendricks at third. Those are your umpires for this game. Next pitch. Swings at the ground ball. This is going to third over the first for the second out. Comets in their home whites tonight is Tyler Wade, 400 average, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. He's batting left. Comets in their home whites tonight. Comets across the front in blue scripted letters with a shooting comment down below, as that's ball 1. Red numbers on the front right, blue numbers on the back, white pants, blue hats, blue brims, OKC in diagonal letters with a comment shooting through the letter K on the front. That's caught, and Round Rock goes down in order. Bottom of the second coming up. No score between these two teams. First meeting between those two. Round Rock last year had their only meeting in Oklahoma City, which was the final one of the series. As you saw, Alex Freeman's line, 205 average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. The switch hitter batting left. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Nice dive over the first, and there's one away here on the bottom of the second. As Keston here, the former Isotope, 317 average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Kind of unusual, Sean, seeing Keston Hero, who last year was with Albuquerque, now with Oklahoma City this season.
Yeah, it's something that brought up in the last inning that we're seeing all these changes. It's something that we're always paying attention now.
That's fouled away. Round Rock in their gray jerseys tonight. Round Rock across the front in Navy script letters. Red numbers on the back. As here is a ground ball. They also have red numbers on the front left. Grape hands, Navy hats. Ryan Fitzgerald, last played on Sunday with Double-A Tulsa, got called up. He's batting left. The first pitch is high. Claimed off waivers this past offseason to join the Dodgers organization. Don't think he played well on Sunday against Springfield. That was his last game with Springfield. Now he's playing against the Express. So we'll see if Ryan Fitzgerald will have a much interesting season with the Comets as he's making his Comets debut tonight. 1-2 the count. No score in the bottom of the second. Fouled away. So Carl Quantrill, despite the fact he had a tough outing in his last start, I think it was against Gwinnett, if I'm correct, that there's a ground ball to left center field for a base hit. Had a much better start here tonight, even though he's only given up now 2 hits right now.
It was against Gwinnett, and right now this is a better start. Only allowing a couple of hits. He was just having a tough game. Major hits that resulted in doubles, triples, and even some home runs.
Noah Miller batting 167, no homers, 2 RBIs. Or there's the first disengagement for the Express. There's a ground ball over the first. That will end the second. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. Yeah, you can see that wind blowing out to right field really hard as we will go to the third. Round Rock and Oklahoma City still scoreless here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Here's Sebastian Walcott, which Comets never seen him until now. He is batting .303, 2 homers, 3 RBIs, trying to be like... As here's a fly ball to deep left field, going back, and this ball is gone. I was going to get ready to say Sebastian Walcott, one of the most dangerous players as he homers out into the Round Rock bullpen, and the E-Train take a 1-0 lead. Sebastian Walcott, in the words of the Round Rock announcer, take a bow.
Take a bow, indeed. That ball got absolutely...
That's been the problem for the Comets. That's actually as Alejandro Osuna batting .250, 1 homer, 4 RBIs, batting left. Remember, the Comets in their last home game against Albuquerque, they gave up 17 runs. That's a ground ball. That's going to be fair in the left field in the foul territory for a base hit. So the E-Train have gotten something cranked up here in the third inning.
The third baseman, number 5.
And here comes the dangerous Caber Rodriguez we always talk about. He's batting right.
Caber Rodriguez gonna maybe try to pull something here.
.250 average, 1 homer, 1 RBI for Caber. Not a good start for Nick Nastrini. This was the same problem he had last Wednesday in Las Vegas. Good thing is, that is the only time we will go to Vegas. We will host the Aviators here in Oklahoma City. Swing and a miss, down low for strike 1. 1 for 3 with a single on Sunday against Gwinnett, for Caber. Round Rock trying to get to their 6th win on the season. Comets are trying to get above 500. That's a fly ball heading foul. Comets are trying to avoid something. I don't know if Sean knows this. Comets are trying to avoid. That's a ground ball. That is caught. 1 away here in the top of the third for Jose Herrera. Comets are trying to avoid their 4th home loss to start the season. They got swept by Albuquerque.
That's a ball.
That's high for ball one. So that's something the Comets are trying to avoid as a fourth consecutive loss.
That's out.
That's ball two. Neither team has challenged yet, but I suspect that will change during the season series. Comets did okay in their challenges against Las Vegas.
No.
Jonah Bright on deck. I don't know how Round Rock did in their challenges against Gwinnett. I think they did okay. I don't know. Only Sean would know that. That's a ground ball over the first for the second out. Runner advancing. Here's Jonah Bride. Struck out his first time up. He's batting right. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Acquired from the Marlins in 2025. I think that was Sean who just returned.
Sorry.
Oh, that's crushed. Deep left field. Sean, you can forget it. It is gone. Two-run homer for Jonah Bride to left field, and the Express lead at 3-0.
Take a bow there, sir.
I was going to ask you the question before that home run. Round Rock did okay in their challenges against Gwinnett this past homestand. Now Trevor Halver is up.
Well, look, the challenge system still kind of getting new to all of us, especially because we don't know a whole lot about the challenges.
Yep. That's the inning, but not before Round Rock. 3 runs on 3 hits, both of them homers, none left. We go to the bottom of the third. Comets down 3-0. OKC trying to avoid a fourth consecutive loss at home. Remember, they got swept by Albuquerque. Eliezer Alfonso, 586, 4 homers, 13 RBIs, batting left. That's fouled away for strike one. Eliezer Alfonso, last season with the Double-A Tulsa. As here's a ground ball to the shortstop over the first. And it goes wide, and it gets out of play. That was an easy play for Round Rock. Unfortunately, that's an E6. As Matt Gorski is up. So Round Rock had troubles against Gwinnett. Now commits their first error of the game.
Good grief.
Saw this with the Comets against Las Vegas here's a ground ball over the first. Now they redeemed themselves, but now the runner's at third with one away here in the bottom of the third for Santiago Espinal.
The third baseman, Santiago.
I was going to finish what I was going to say
yeah,
before.
I know what I was going to say. To that shortstop, give that guy a map.
Yep. I was going to say, the Comets in this series, as Espinal was 1 for 3 with a single on Sunday against Las Vegas, the Comets took advantage of Las Vegas's errors during that series, and that's why the Comets ended up winning the series against the Aviators. We'll see if the Round Rock team can try to hold them off, trying to not let the Comets score here. That's low for ball two. Remember, both teams still have their challenges if needed. That's fouled away. The only reason we're playing tonight at 6:05 is because we have a field trip game tomorrow morning. As here's a line drive to deep left field. Left fielder on back will make the catch, but this will be a sac RBI for Santiago Espinal. Comets on the board now 3-1 Round Rock here in the third for James Tibbs III as we're 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Could have been worse for Quintrell. Could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse, but luckily he hasn't been making too many mistakes here that isn't by the infield.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Quintrell, that run, by the way, will be unearned because of the arrows. That's called for a strike.
Well, yeah, because that was an error by the shortstop.
Yep.
No.
So the Comets capitalize on Round Rock's miscue. But down 3-1. Ground ball, the second baseman's got it over the first. That one, and it's off the bag. I was about to say that was going to end the inning, but the inning will continue for Ryan Ward.
Okay.
What on earth are you doing? As Ryan Ward
What are you doing, second
on Sunday against
baseman?
Vegas. There's a fly ball in left field. This is going to be trouble. All the way back to the wall. It is gone. Ryan Ward, his first home run on the season. He makes the Round Rock Express pay for that mistake. And just like that, we are deadlocked at 3.
What are we doing?
It's called for a strike. So the Comets take advantage of 2 miscues that should have ended the inning. Instead, kept the inning going, and Ryan Ward made them pay for that. But that will finally end the inning with a called strike 3, but the damage is unfortunately going to be done. That run one of those runs will be unearned, unfortunately. 3 runs, 1 hit. There was 2 errors, and nobody left. We go to the 4th. 3-3 tie. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Comets. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the E-Train.
Leading off for Round Rock, the left fielder.
If this was a score check, we would say tied after 3. So there you go.
I'm sorry. I hope that manager talks to the second baseman and the shortstop because they both need talking to.
Yeah, that should have ended the inning. Well, Round Rock just got it back in the lead. Deep right field and gone. Nick Prado just sent one out to right field. Just like that, Round Rock regains the lead, 4-3.
Jeez.
Well, this is becoming a home run derby that we did not expect. And this is only game 1 of a 6-game series between OKC and Round Rock.
I don't think I have enough popcorn here for this.
I actually bought 3 deals of popcorn, so I've already handed you 1. I have 1, so we got plenty of or actually, no, I had like 4, so we're good on popcorn.
I think we're going to need about 4 more bats here if we're going to have a home run derby.
Yeah, Tyler Wade is up. Round Rock leads 4-3. Of course, if this was score checks, this game would have been gone anyway, so. Tyler Wade 1 for 4 with an RBI on Sunday against Gwinnett at home. That's the Round Rock, one of 3 teams. Throw the first is out. One of a few teams that are playing International League teams. Sugarland's the another team, and who else is the other team? The Comets. As the first baseman had trouble getting the ball, but they get it over the first. That's going to end the inning. But the E-Train get 1 more run on 1 more hit. None left. Bottom of the 4th. Comets down 4-3. Of course, Round Rock played against Gwinnett. Sugarland just played against Jacksonville.
Leading off for the Comets.
And the only one who has yet to play an International League team is the Comets. Of course, that'll be when I head to Charlotte for the first time. That's not NBA, by the way. That's called First Strike.
Good luck there, buddy.
Which I'm looking forward to calling the Charlotte Knights game, talking to the Charlotte Knight people about it. 0-2 to count Quintrell's next pitch. Called for strike 3. One away here in the bottom of the 4th for Ryan Fitzgerald, who had a single his first time up. Neither team has yet to use a challenge. I suspect that will change at some point.
I think right now, we're only in the 4th.
And Fitzgerald heading to second. He'll get a double, so he is 2 for 2 here tonight.
The shortstop, Noah.
And here comes Noah Miller. He's looking to bounce back. Did not have a good plate appearance his first time up. For strike. He grounded out his first time up. I say give Noah Miller some time for him to do well this season. I mean, he's not off to a good start, but it's early. The season's still young between these two teams.
Well, yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. The team that everybody is chasing down as that's fouled away is the El Paso Chihuahuas. They are currently in first place, so as things stand, everyone's chasing El Paso. That's a ground ball to left field for a base hit. Throw coming on home is not in time. It's an RBI single for Noah Miller, and the Comets have tied it up here in the fourth. It's 4-4.
Why are we having a score fest?
And it's only the series opener between these two teams. That's
why are we having a score fest.
Reached on base with an error his first time up. That's Eliezer Alfonso. Been very impressive, Eliezer Alfonso, in the games I've called this season against Albuquerque and Las Vegas, since that's outside. This is the first division game I've called this season. The previous two have been West Coast teams. This is the first time I've called a team in the central time zone area, if you know what I mean. That's fouled away. Tied at 4 here in the bottom of the fourth between the Comets and the E-Train. First game of a 6-game series. That's caught. Over the second, got the double play to end the inning, but the Comets get a run on 2 hits and none left. We go to the fifth. We're tied at 4.
Leading off for Round Rock.
Alejandro Osuna singled his first time up as we start the fifth here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. First pitch is called for a strike. Daniel Voiles with you, along with Sean. 1 for 5 with a home run on Sunday against Gwinnett for Osuna. Daniel Voiles, Sean Art with you here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. The YouTuber, our producer, and engineer back in our 1340 studios. That's strike 3, 1 away here in the fifth for Tabor Rodriguez. Called for a ball. Same two teams will battle it out, but we'll play early morning game. By the way, should I mention we have a double header tomorrow?
Oh boy.
Because remember when I said not only we're doing the Comets games, we'll have select Tulsa Drillers games. Well, that will be the case tomorrow, as that's going to be caught by the center fielder.
You got a busy day tomorrow, sir.
Yep, 2 away here in the fifth. Jose Herrera. Check swing for strike 1. 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts on Sunday against Gwinnett. Outside ball 1. Nick Nastrini, I believe, had some unearned runs in his last start, and the Comets just got a fielding error. It bounced off the left fielder. It's an E7, and that will bring up Johnny Bride.
Oh my God! What are we doing? You two teams?
Third error between these two teams. Talked about this where the Comets just need to clean up the defense. I mean, yeah, I know they lost on Sunday against Las Vegas. Both teams really got to clean up their defense. So the first error for the Comets. Round Rock has had 2 so far in this game, so we're tied at 4, nevertheless. That's fouled away. Want to say hello to the YouTuber. Hope he's had a good day. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Comets avoid what happened to Round Rock. That will end the inning. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 left, so the Comets got away with that one. Halfway through here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, we're tied at 4. 4-5-1 for the Comets, 4-4-2 for the E-Train. But Matt Gorski lined out and ground out. Same two teams will play tomorrow morning at 11:05 a.m. because, like I said, we have a field trip game. That's why we're playing this game very early in the morning.
Ball one.
That's ball one. There's a ground ball in the deep right field. That's going to be a base hit all the way off the wall. Gorski will head for second. He'll stop there, and it's a double for Matt Gorski. The reason I say that is that Double-A Tulsa will play Springfield. That will be at 6:35. Over the first two, one away here in the fifth.
Now batting, right fielder, Jay Tibbs the third.
That'll be our first Drillers game
Ball.
we will have on the season, as they'll take on Springfield. Also, as that is now two away. So we have an interesting, as Ryan Ward is up. He homered his last time up. So this is what we got for start times for the series. We have 11:05 tomorrow, 6:35, that'll be on Thursday, 7:05 on Friday, as that's a fly ball to right field, and gone. Ryan Ward's second home run tonight has given the Comets a 6-4 lead here in the fifth inning. But I was going to finish what I was going to say. 7:05 on Friday, 6:05 Saturday, series finale 12:05 on Sunday.
Ball. Down low.
As that's low for ball one. Alex Friedland 0 for 2 tonight. Comets lead 6-4. Comets coming off a loss against Las Vegas. In fact, both teams coming off losses. Both teams trying to avoid not going back-to-back. Freeland 1 for 4 with a home run on Sunday against Las Vegas. That's called for a strike. There's a ground ball over the first. That will end the inning. But the Comets get a couple of runs on a couple of hits, no errors, and none left. We have the sixth. Comets are up 6-4. John had to probably go do something.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
you're
just
here.
I'm not saying much.
Oh, okay. Trevor
So if
Howard is up.
so if I'm not speaking, I'm just not saying much.
But I'll say this for you, Sean, as that's outside for ball one. That's an interesting schedule. 11:05 tomorrow, Thursday at 6:35. You're not used to some weird times that we have. A 6:35, 7:05, 6:05, 2:05. Good grief. That's like a interesting time schedules we got for this series.
Well, what do you got? What can you expect? We're having to deal with random time zones.
Nick Prado on deck, as this is about to be a ground ball to right center field for a base hit. I'll say this. I think you can agree with me, Sean. Both teams came to play. Both teams don't want to lose back-to-back. Unfortunately, someone's got to lose back-to-back.
Both teams came to play. I don't know about that with the 3 errors so far in this one.
Yeah, despite the 3 errors we've had combined. Good grief. Or the first is in time. That's the first disengagement for the Comets.
Like, I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong, but I think that is not true.
May I remind you, none of them have used their challenges yet, which is shocking. Oh, that is crushed. Deep right center field. Round Rock has tied it up.
Good grief.
We're tied at 6. This is a home run derby here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. For a baseball field that is only a pitcher's park, this feels like a hitter-friendly environment, for God's sake. I don't think Sean or myself expected this was going to be a home run derby, as we got Nick Robertson, who will be the new pitcher for the Comets. Remember, Comets are down to pitching.
They had to go straight to the bullpen here because of how many times we've seen home runs so far by him. I won't be surprised if Brown Rock does the same thing. Sure, he gets a new pitcher.
Cody Freeman, 2 ground outs here tonight, the batter. I was thinking it was going to be a good game. I didn't expect to be a slugfest, as that's another base hit for the E-Train.
Yeah, what happened to the pitching here? Because I think last season we had pitching play a factor in these matchups, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's another thing you brought up, is that we saw a lot of pitchers do well and not a lot of hitting here tonight. This is a completely the other way around.
Yeah, like, what's this all about, huh?
Well, despite the 3 errors these two teams have caused combined, at least we can say this has been an interesting match. And this is only the series opener between these two. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, we still got to do 5 more games.
5 more games here in Oklahoma City, and then we won't see each other until later this season, later in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to be nervous then. If this is how we're going to start this off, good Lord, I am not excited for the rest.
I'm really excited about this season series between these two.
You're excited, I'm not.
Well, we will meet these two teams will meet in Round Rock, like I said, in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight.
Now batting, the
2 away here in the 6th. Alejandro Asuna, the batter, 1 for 2 tonight. And that's a line drive to left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Another hit for the E-Train. Here's the throw is not. Throw's going to come in, but the runner decided to stop at second. So Caber Rodriguez is up.
My goodness. Again, this is just a completely different story than what last season's season series was.
Yeah, remember, as Caber Rodriguez 0 for 2 tonight. Well, think about this, is that, you only had last year these two teams had 2 meetings in Round Rock, the only meeting here at this ballpark. This year you get 2 meetings here, 2 meetings at Dell Diamond. So it's going to be interesting now that they're going to have a four season series meetings, 2 of them here and 2 of them in Round Rock.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting, but at least it's a bit more fair, so then we're not just going to one place 2 times and not go to the other place twice.
Exactly, and I think that should be, how it should be. You want, I love going to Dell Diamond twice instead of having to go only bringing you here only once, which last year that really sucked. Because here's a line drive. This is going to be trouble. Deep left field, and it is gone for a 3-run homer for Caber Rodriguez, and the E-Train take a 9-6 lead just like that.
Jeez.
So the Comets' issues from last home series has not been solved, and a new pitcher, Blake Triton, coming off a loss against Las Vegas.
This is the second pitcher they're using this inning.
And Jose Herrera is on 0 for 3 tonight.
This is the second pitcher they're using this inning.
Yep. So the struggles at home for the Comets continue. That's a ground ball over the first. That will finally end the inning, but the damage, unfortunately, is done as Round Rock scored 5 runs, 5 hits, none left. And they are leading 9-6 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Jeez.
To say that this has been a home run fest to start this series, as Luis Curvelo, the new pitcher for the E-Train. As here's Keston Hira 0 for 2. Normally Keston would be at first base, but he's a DH tonight. So it makes a lot of sense for Keston here to be the DH tonight. Nice catch by the first baseman for Round Rock. All the way to the 6th. That was a good catch. Now the dangerous Ryan Fitzgerald. First pitch. Low ball 1.
I'm still in absolute shock.
I'm surprised none of these two teams have used their challenge, to be quite honest with you.
No.
I don't think there's reason for the challenges right now.
What is this? Be kind to the umpire day? I don't know.
Be kind of the umpire.
That was close from being caught by the left fielder for the Express. But instead, it's a foul ball. That was close. Ball 3.
Hey, let me just say this. Be kind to the umpire day. I don't believe that for 1 second.
Yeah, Carvello's next pitch. Fly ball, that's heading foul. 9-6 Round Rock here in the bottom of the 6th. Out of the way. This is game number 10 of 75 in the first half. As that's ground ball heading foul. First game of 6 between the Comets and the E-Train. Goodness me. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 away here in the 6th. Noah Miller, RBI double in the 4th, as he is 1 for 2 here tonight. Foul away. We will also be live on Thursday. We'll be also welcoming our friends from Sportsnet LA, since there won't be a Dodgers game.
Oh, boy.
So that will be good, welcoming our California friends. That's ball 2.
Welcoming the California friends to look live here in Oklahoma.
It felt weird welcoming them, on the Albuquerque game in the last homestand when Los Angeles Dodgers were off. It felt really weird. Eliezer Alfonso on deck. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Comets are down in order. We head the 7th. Round Rock leads 9-6. 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the E-Train. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Comets.
Leading off for Round Rock, the first baseman.
As Jonah Bride will lead off the top of the 7th. Parent Club Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Toronto Blue Jays in a World Series rematch. Last night, the Dodgers won in convincingly fashion. Not a good start for Toronto, but it is early in that season. They're playing the second of that 3-game series. Then the Dodgers will wrap up their road trip tomorrow. You will also see that game on 1340 The Game, the Dodgers game. AA Tulsa playing at Springfield. Funny thing is, after this series, I think the next time, that's a miscue there, and it's not in time. And that's an error for the Comets. The second one tonight for OKC. And Nick Prado is going to try to make the Comets pay for that error. And he gets it with a base hit. The mistakes continue over the 3rd, not in time. Now runners at the corner. 1 out here for Cody Freeman, that dangerous Cody Freeman.
What are we doing?
Low ball 1. We will have a challenge at some point between these two teams during this series. It's not a question of if they challenge, it's a question of when they will challenge.
Yeah, because we know it ain't happening right now.
Comets Comets were okay on their challenges on Sunday against as that was a toss over the third and got the runner out.
What are we doing?
Now 2 away here in the inning. So that error will not come back to bite the Comets. There's a fly ball to left field. And the center fielder's got it. Will make the catch to end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 error, 1 left. Time to stretch and sing in Oklahoma. Comets are down 9-6.
Leading off for the Comets.
I don't even know what much to throw out here. It's been a nightmare of the game since the start, and it's been going since.
That's fouled away, strike 1. After this series, the next time Sean and I will meet again, as here's a fly ball to right field. Right fielder will make the catch, 1 away in the 7th. The next time Sean and I will meet will be AA Tulsa taking on Frisco. That will be a fun series opener between those two.
We'll wait to see when that happens, and hopefully it's with less errors than what we've seen out of these two teams.
Yep, we're definitely going to be happy to see Frisco. It'll be actually the first time I've ever done AA Tulsa games this season. There's 2 away. And now Declan Cronin, the new pitcher for the E-Train, just going to get this last out. He will greet Santiago Espinal. Righty on righty makes a lot of sense.
This is probably a strategy-based switch here.
Yeah. Called for a strike. We'll actually go over the final numbers for both teams.
I'm still amazed on what's been going on here.
Yeah, that's a base hit, by the way. Or the second is not going to be in time, so it's a double for Santiago Espinal. Let me go use the bathroom. I will be back. I'll let this go on.
All right, we'll keep going on here, folks. 2 outs here to James Tibbs, the third. 1 for 3 on the day with a single. And fouled off. The 0-2 count on the way. And it was fouled off again, so 0-2 still. Here we go.
Point 3.
Over strike 3, no challenges. Still 9-6 Express.
Now,
Through 7.
Comets, number 65, Paul Jervay. Leading on for Round Rock, the designated hitter, Tyler.
The new Comets pitcher, number 65, heading out onto the mound here. To face Tyler Wade. Foul off, first pitch.
Now batting.
Bunting over the first. Got him.
Yep. Sebastian Walcott is, by the way, I am back.
I'm questioning the comments here.
Yep. Paul
Because
Jervis, by the way, the new pitcher. Forgot to see the line for the bottom of the 7th. No runs ahead. Oh, wait. No, that's Round Rock. I'm sorry. So no runs a hit and a runner left. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you now. Comets, I think, are going to kick themselves if they don't win this game.
I think those errors, as here's a fly ball to deep left field. Left fielder going back, and this ball is gone. Walcott hits a home run, his first against Oklahoma City, and it is now an 10-6 Round Rock lead.
Good Lord.
And that's not done. That's a base hit, so Round Rock not done destroying the Comets just yet.
I wasn't thinking this is how we were going to experience our welcoming.
Yeah. And it's looking like Sean's about to win four of the last five, because if you remember, that's a swing and a miss, throw to second, not in time. Osuna's second stolen base. I think he got one either in the series against Sugarland or the series against Gwinnett. Whatever the case, he got his second one tonight.
Oh, my Lord.
When one gets pitched, that's called for a strike.
I'm just baffled right now.
I was also checking up on my dinner that I'm cooking in the oven as I'm doing this game. So not only had to use the bathroom, I also had to check up on the dinner, which is smelling good right now.
Look, I'm going to tell you now.
That's off the glove. That's going to be a base hit. No play.
Now batting.
Oh, boy. The Comets have just fallen apart. Round Rock's trying to do more damage here in the 8th.
Oh, my God.
If you thought last home game was bad, this is worse.
Ball inside.
That's ball one.
This is worse than what we saw last year.
I mean, if you're Round Rock, at least you cleaned up the mistakes, but like I said, you committed 2 errors. I mean...
But here's the thing, it's the errors equal
that's
out
a wild
because
pitch. Well, it gets worse for the Comets. Now you just got runners at second and third just like that. I was just talking about the mistakes. And there's a fly ball, deep right field, and it is down for a base hit. 1 run has scored. Throw to home plate, not in time. It's 12-6 on a 2 RBI single for Round Rock. It has just collapsed here in the 8th for Oklahoma City. And Jonah Bright at the plate.
And we got a new pitcher.
Yep, Will Klein.
Oh, Lord have
As if
mercy.
it could not get worse for the Comets, it just did. And it's not done yet. Another base hit for Round Rock.
I did not think of this on our notes. I took notes of this, and I did not have this on our notes.
I don't think you expect that when you left the hotel room coming up here to join me in the booth here at the ballpark.
No, I didn't. And I was even watching batting practice for both teams. And I thought, okay, I don't think this is going to be a chaotic game. It's chaotic.
For Round Rock, it's in a good way. For the Comets, it's in a bad way.
Ball.
That's low ball 1. 11, oh no, 11,100 and that number on the end.
Ding.
Yes, that's for the game. Because I wasn't going to say that number because Sean has that frying pan in his hand. So in case he hits me with it.
Ding.
We'll just go with 11,170 just so I don't get hit. But it's still a good crowd despite the fact the Comets are down by 6.
This is just a bad game overall. This is almost as worse as one of the games that we did in NBA.
Well, remember this. When the Comets were down by 5 or more runs, we saw what happened against Las Vegas. They had a collapse, referring to the Aviators. That finally ends the inning, but the damage is definitely done. I think this game is basically just done. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 left, I would think. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Comets are down 12-6.
Good Lord.
And Wow, that's 4 errors, by the way, combined tonight between the two teams. But I was getting ready to say, go back to what happened against Las Vegas when the Comets were down 5-0 in a hitter-friendly environment as Ryan Ward's at the plate. Cronin's back on the mound. His first pitch is high. But back to what I was saying, when the Comets were down 5-0 against Las Vegas, it was last Thursday. What happened? Las Vegas blew a 5-0 lead, and the Comets won in 14 innings. That's in a hitter-friendly environment. You kind of expected that. That's fouled away.
I just don't know.
I just don't know either. This is like... Both teams combined have put up 18 runs, a crap load of homers, which we didn't expect that. And I don't think we had that kind of fireworks between these two in the season series last year.
If we go combined and not just one series, yes. Because there's no way.
Ball.
That's a wild pick. That's a ball 3. Alex Freeland on deck. The good thing for Round Rock, they're not playing at a hitter-friendly environment. Let's get that completely clear. The fly ball to left field, going back, bounces off the wall. That's a base hit for Ryan Ward, as he will get a double. 4th double. Remember, Ryan Ward struggled in the last home series against Albuquerque. Came very clutch in the series against Las Vegas, and a bounce back. And there's our first challenge of the night, Sean.
Yeah, but here we go to the challenge.
And it's going to be overturned. It looks like it's in the strike zone. So Round Rock, for the first time tonight, win the challenge. Still have 2 remaining.
Good job.
That was a good challenge. That looked like a strike to me. That didn't look like a ball. First challenge, by the way, from either team tonight. As I said, Round Rock I don't know how they did in their challenges against Gwinnett in their series. I think they did okay over the first. There's one away in the bottom of the 8th. The runner does, however, advance. So Ward heads to third for Keston Hira.
Number 9, Keston Hira.
No, that's a ball.
That's ball 1. Forgot to go over the line score real quick for both teams. We'll start with Round Rock. Carl Quantrell, 6 runs, 3 of them were unearned. On 7 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Luis Carvello had his second hold, inning and 2/3, no runs, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Oh, and his ERA's on 1 point and that number. And Declan Cronin, 2 hits and a strikeout. For the Comets, Nick Nastrini, 6 runs, 6 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. I bet you he will not factor in the decision again. Nick Robertson, 3 runs, 3 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. Blake Triton had 1 hit, retired all 4 batters he faced. Jervis, 3 runs, 4 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. So Will Klein has had a hit and a strikeout. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, there goes Sean. I think he had a phone call.
Ball 3.
3-2 fouled away. I think Sean got a phone call. We'll move to the broadcaster. There's a fly ball to right field, and that is foul. Almost a home run, but it will be foul.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Now batting. First baseman.
That's ball 4. First walk for either team here for the Express. That's a base hit. One run has scored. That would be Ward. Coming to the plate. Throw is way wide. It's an RBI double. 2 RBI double for Ryan Fitzgerald, and it's 12-8 as Alexis Diaz, the former Comet, comes in. 1-0 record in his 5 games with the E-Train. There's a fly ball to right field. That's going to be off the wall. 1 run has scored. RBI single for Noah Miller, 12-9 Round Rock. Apparently Sean is nowhere to be seen, so I guess I'll commentate the rest of the game. But want to thank Sean for joining me for this game here tonight. Of course, he'll join me tomorrow. Call for a strike. Unless he tells me to restart the VC. 12-9 Round Rock here. Up. Nope, never mind. Take that back. Sean's back. Had a phone call, I would assume.
Yeah, no doubt.
For the right field. Caught. 2 away here in the 8th.
Now batting. Center fielder.
For Matt Gorski.
Gorski.
As we're seeing former Oklahoma City player Alexis Diaz.
I just want to get to the end of this one. No offense, but this game's already giving me a headache.
Yeah, it's already 12-9.
Ball 2.
Good grief. We did not expect this to be a high-scoring game for a series opener. That's a fly ball to left field. That's going to be caught. That one in the 8th, but the Comets get 3 more runs. Man, oh man, oh man, right? 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, none left.
I just want to get
Actually, a
done here.
runner left, excuse me. We go to the 9th. Round Rock leads 12-9. 26 hits, 21 runs, 4 errors combined the 2 teams.
Here's the thing: if Oklahoma City gets another run, we're both in trouble.
Yeah, I just now realized. As we'll climb back on the mound, first pitch for Cody Freeman is low. Cody Freeman 1 for 4 with a single. Should I also mention, this would be the 2nd game in a row the Comets, at home to be more specific, that they scored 10 runs. But the catch was, when they played Albuquerque, they lost with scoring 10 runs. Good Lord, I bet you we're going to be having fun counting how many runners were left on bases. That swung on and missed for strike 3, 1 away in the 9th. Tyler Wade is up. After this game is over, once we get to the bottom of the 9th, we'll have your Whataburger and Comets and Round Rock Express post-game report. We're going to recap and discuss what in the world just happened this series. That swung on and missed for strike 2. We'll check up on what's going on with the Dodgers. Also check up what's going on with the Round Rock's parent club, the Texas Rangers.
Yep.
Over the first 2 away. Funny thing is, these 2 AAA teams, Comets and Round Rock, their MLB affiliates, are going to be taking on each other. I think it's this weekend coming up.
Yep, it will be. Good Lord.
That's a base hit. Make that 27 hits combined, the two teams.
Bleak sakes.
Second home
Why?
series for the Comets.
He's just like, why?
Exactly. Round Rock, this is their second road series. Remember, they opened their season on the road against Sugarland. I believe they earned a split against Gwinnett, if I'm correct. Or Gwinnett took 4 of 6. I think they earned a split.
I think it was a split.
Yeah, I think it's a split. First baseman's got it. Will make the catch now in the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. Last chance for the Comets as we go to the bottom of the ninth. They're down 12-9. I would not be surprised if we see Josh Shores. Well, right on cue. There he is.
A legend in Texas Rangers.
Right on cue, I talked about. Josh Shores will look to close it out.
Josh Shores.
He's looking for his 4th save. His first pitch to Espinal is called for a strike. So I have your Whataburger post-game report for Comets and Round Rock. We'll recap this game, which I bet you Sean and I did not have this score fest to start the series. We expect that for the series finale, not for the series opener. Let's be perfectly clear on that.
Well, yeah, when we're at the finale, it makes sense because you're facing somebody that you already seen before.
Not to start the season series between these two.
Yeah, that's what's getting me confused.
We'll also take a look at what's going on, check up on what's going on with the Rangers, check up what's going on with the Dodgers against Toronto. I'm trying to think who Texas is playing.
We're facing the Mariners.
Yep, we'll check up on that. That's one away in the bottom of the ninth. That'll bring up James Tibbs III. We have played against another former Round Rock player in the name of Blaine Krim against Albuquerque, which is weird for me, seeing Blaine Krim before we play Round Rock. That's kind of weird, but, you know, it's also the first time we're playing Blaine Krim when he's playing for Albuquerque. That's the other weird part, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I bet for you it's going to be weird. He's going to return to Round Rock for the first time as an Isotope, as there's 2 away. Comets down their final out. Good night for Ryan Ward. He had no home runs entering tonight. He already has 2.
Yep.
That's called for a strike. So that's pretty good for Ryan Ward. He was like right near 100 average. He's up to 340. So he has really climbed his hitting really good as we're down to the final strike here for the Comets. Found a way. Josh Shores will definitely get the save, no doubt.
Ball.
That's ball 1. That's fouled away, so we'll have to do it again. 11,170 here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark for the series opener. That's high for ball 2. Two. That's the line drive to right field. That means the game will continue for a base hit. Ryan Ward wearing Hunter Fiducia's old number from last year. Of course, the first time Round Rock is playing Oklahoma City with no Hunter Fiducias. That's called for a strike. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout for Alex Freeland tonight. Remember, Alex Freeland missed the rest of the season due to an injury. And this is the first time Round Rock has played Freeland since he's been back from injury last year. 0-2. Swarm's next pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again.
Keeping the inning alive.
That's a ball. That's going to be a wild pitch. Josh Schwarb's next pitch. Called for strike 3 to end the game. And the Round Rock Express capitalizes on the Comets' misfortunes on the 2 errors Oklahoma City had and take a 12-9 victory as a result of the miscues. Comets have now lost 4 in a row at home. 12-16-2 for the E-Train, 9-12-2 for the Comets. It's finally over, Sean.
Thank God.
Oh, my goodness. We have a lot to talk about on this post-game report. A lot of home runs, which, let's be perfectly clear, you kind of expected it at a park like this, not at anywhere else. So, but, you know, a tough outing for Nick Nastrini. Of course, he'll look to bounce back on Sunday in the series finale. But I think the difference maker when Round Rock saw those errors, came back to haunt Oklahoma City, and that is how it goes. So here are the final numbers here on this series opener. For Round Rock, the victorious Round Rock Express and Sean. By the way, Sean, that's 4 in a row, counting if you count the NBA stuff from this past season.
No, it's 4 out of the last 5 because you won the regular season finale.
Yeah. But Sean is like 4-1 this year, if you combine the 2 seasons together. So for Round Rock Express, they had 12 runs, 16 hits, 2 errors. As we're looking to see how many runners were left on base for the E-Train, they had 1. They wait till the 5th to have a runner left on base. 2, 4. They had 5 runners left on base. Round Rock did. So 12-16-2, 5 for Round Rock. For the Comets, they had 9 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. They left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, and we'll count this one. They left 6 runners on base. Can you believe that? Winning pitcher will go to Carl Quantrill. So we talked about Sean. Carl Quantrill looking for a bounce back after a tough outing against Gwinnett. He got 6 runs, 3 of them were earned, 3 of them unearned on 7 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. But despite giving up 6 runs, he gets the winning decision. He goes to 1-1 on the season. Josh Schwarb's retired all but 1 batter he faced. He got the 4th save. The loss, however, goes to Nick Robertson. Nick Nastrini, as I said, will figure a no decision. Nick Robertson was the responsible one who gave up those 3 home runs that gave Round Rock the lead for good in this contest. 3 runs, 3 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. He falls to 0-1 in 2/3 of an inning. And Josh Schwarb's retired all but 1 batter he faced in the 9th inning to earn his 4th save on the season. So you and I talked about this when we started this game. We didn't expect a score fest between these 2 teams, and somehow, some way, we ended up seeing a score fest as a result. And in the end, Round Rock will get a 12-9 victory over Oklahoma City. Your thoughts on what was shall we say, a home run derby kind of day for the series opener?
That's kind of almost putting it lightly. Let's also just think about this. The errors that were caused during this game were almost going way too much here. It almost looked like Round Rock was about to ruin their opportunity. But Oklahoma City, with those huge mistakes, it came back to haunt them more, and it gave Round Rock life to pull away to get that big win.
Yeah, definitely. It was not the game that you expected, and like I said, these two teams, and like I said, we'll be seeing each other in a couple of weeks after this series between these two teams down there at Round Rock, which will get used to a 6:45 start. But to go back to your point, we thought Round Rock it was going to be bad, but for Oklahoma City, they shot themselves in the foot. Those two critical errors, Round Rock made them pay for it, and the end result, Oklahoma City losing their second game in a row if you count the loss against Las Vegas. And with their record, Round Rock goes to 6-4. They've done very good. Comets fall to 4-6 as far as that is concerned. Let's see what happened around the rest of the Pacific Coast League. As you see the final scores all from AAA. Sugarland beat Tacoma 5-2. I'm waiting till we get a patch for these stats here for the franchise mode, because for whatever reason AAA and AA are not getting the correct stats, and it's only MLB that's getting it correctly. So we'll have to see if they can get a patch made for that. I actually mentioned that back in the Las Vegas series as far as that is concerned. Winning pitcher for Sugarland. Kind of surprised we're also playing Round Rock before we played Sugarland. Remember, last year the Comets started their season in Sugarland. That's kind of ironic. Ryan West gets his first win. He's 1-1. AJ Bullbog got his first save on the season. The loss for Jonathan Diaz of the Rainiers. He falls to 0-2. 3 runs, 2 earned on 7 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. Ryan Bliss had the only home run for the Rainiers in the contest. Tommy Sasso Jr. hit a 3-run homer for Sugarland, and Jack Winkler had an RBI double, for the Space Cowboys. Salt Lake beat Reno 4-2 to open up their series at Greater Nevada Field. Winning pitcher was Kaber Ort. He's 1-1. Angel Perdumo, we've seen him with El Paso. He gets his first save as a member of the Bees. The loss goes to Philip Abner. He's 0-1. Gustav Campero got a 2-run homer for the Bees. Adam Frazier had a 2 RBI double for Salt Lake in the contest. Former Dodger Jacob Amaya hit a home run for the Aces, and Christian Robertson had an RBI double for the Reno Aces. El Paso beat Albuquerque 8-5. Speaking of Albuquerque, which they have been dropping like crazy. Tristan McKenzie gets his first win. He's 1-0. Brian Hoeing, his 7th save. The loss goes to Blake Adams. He's 1-1. Benny Montgomery had 2 RBIs on the day, including an RBI double for the Isotopes. Kyle McCann, Chris Bryant had RBIs as well for Albuquerque in the loss. Jace Bowen hit a solo shot for the El Paso Chihuahuas. Jeriso Ornelas had a 2-run homer for El Paso. Blake Hunt, Mason McCoy, Tyler Robertson also had RBIs for the Chihuahuas in the game. Las Vegas destroyed Sacramento at Sutter Health Park 13-1. Talk about taking your frustrations out after losing the series to the Comets and coming back to beat the River Cats like that. Gunnar Hoagland got the win, improves to 2-0. The loss for the River Cats is John Michael Bertrand. He's 1-1. Nathan Nikhil had 6 RBIs, including a home run for the Ovaltos. Urabel Angeles had 3 RBIs. Brent Harris had an RBI as well, and same with Brendan Malone for the Aviators. Sacramento's RBI was a Grant McCrae's RBI single for them in the contest. Parent club Los Angeles Dodgers had their 4-game winning streak come to an end. They fall to the Toronto Blue Jays 9-6. As far as that is concerned, Round Rock's parent club, the Texas Rangers, they fall to Seattle 7-3. Let's go over this real quickly. Logan Gilbert got the win, improves to 3-0. Nathan Avaliad gets his first loss. He's 1-1. We'll do Rangers, and then we'll go over the Dodgers scoreboard. Robert Ref Snyder and Dominic Canzone had home runs for the Mariners in the contest. Leonardo Riviez had an RBI for Seattle. Wyatt Langford had a two-run homer for the Rangers, his first home run, his seventh and eighth RBI. Josh Smith got his fourth double and his fourth RBI for the Texas Rangers. They will continue their series tomorrow. But for the Dodgers, Jeff Hoffman got his first win. He's 1-2. Alex Vesta, the loss, he's 0-1, his first loss. Which, by the way, Alex Vesta is wearing a special glove to honor the newborn daughter that unfortunately passed away before she was even born, which is really sad. Shohei Ohtani, by the way, 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Sadly, did not factor in the decision. Former Comet Dalton Rushing gets his first home run on the season. RBIs, his first and second RBIs on the year. Tommy Edman got his third RBI for the Dodgers. Andy Pages had 3 RBIs, his fourth, fifth, and sixth on the season. As I mentioned, Shohei Ohtani, 5 in the third inning, 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He unfortunately did not factor in a decision. Vesta gave up 3 runs, 4 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. His first loss on the year. Addison Barger had a home run for the Blue Jays. So Addison Barger, Davis Schendel had a two-run homer for the Blue Jays. His fifth and sixth RBIs 11, 12, and 10, 11, 12, 13. Jesus Sanchez, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., George Springer also had RBIs for the Blue Jays. Jeff Hoffman, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Dylan Cease, 6 runs, 8 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 3 2/3 of an innings. He unfortunately did not factor in a decision. Tyler Rogers got the second save. Dodgers and Blue Jays will wrap up their series tomorrow afternoon. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will start for the Dodgers. Kevin Gausman for Toronto at Rogers Center in Toronto. Dodgers will be off on Thursday. They will take on the Texas Rangers at home at Dodger Stadium. That will be very fun. Around the Dodgers minor league system, not a good night for the Dodgers organization. Double-A Tulsa falling at home against the Cardinals. They get their first loss of the year, 4-1. Sam Robas gets his first win. He's 1-0. Jordan Wems, the loss, he's 0-1. Taylor Young had the only home run for the Drillers. Jordan Wems, 3 runs, 8 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts in 5 innings. Trey Page, Brody Moore had a home run for the Cardinals. Jesus Baez and Carlos Linares had RBIs for Springfield. Any final thoughts, Sean, before we get ready to head out of here and get ready for tomorrow morning's game?
I think I just want to go to bed, man. I'm done after this.
Oh, we're going to have a fun one tomorrow morning, which, by the way, we invite you to join us tomorrow morning for what we will have a doubleheader of baseball. First up, we have the Comets taking on Round Rock, Game 2 of a 6-game series between these two squads. River Ryan coming off a loss against the Aviators. He will look to bounce back, I believe, or let me double check. I think he lost against Albuquerque. He did not play in the Las Vegas series. He lost against Albuquerque, so he will look to bounce back. He's 0-1 with a 5.40 earned run average. Kamara Rocker, who is also looking to bounce back from a tough loss against, I think I'll have to double check. Let me see if I can double check here. He is the starter for the Express, as I'm actually going to go check. Carl Quintrell coming off a loss against Gwinnett. Kumar Rockers coming off a loss against Gwinnett. Which, by the way, yes, I am correct. Sean did split the series with with Gwinnett. And, of course, Round Rock will head home after the series. They'll take on the El Paso Chihuahuas. That'll be next Tuesday. But an 11:05 start on tomorrow morning. Gates will open at 10 o'clock. Limited tickets are available. Call 405-218-2150. Order your tickets at OKCComets.com. Box office will be open bright and early tomorrow morning. Our coverage, the YouTuber will begin the pregame show from 9 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. Central Time. I'll be on the pregame at 10:50 a.m., getting you caught up with what's going on around the Dodgers organization. Senor Sean and I will have first pitch at 11:05. Sean, thank you so much for joining me in the broadcast booth for this game. Can't wait for a great series, and let's get a good rest here tonight and get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, let's get on out of here, man.
Yep. Now for our studio engineer, the YouTuber, I'm Dina Voiles, along with Senor Sean. We thank you for joining us and saying good night from Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. The final score, Round Rock, with 12 runs, 16 hits, 2 errors. And the Comets, 9 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher for Round Rock was Carl Quantrell. Josh Shore got his 4th save. The loss goes to Nick Robertson. He's 0-1. Coming up next, we'll rejoin the Infinity Network Sports Studios programming already in progress. Sean and I will talk to you in the morning. You've been listening to Round Rock Express and OKC Comets Baseball on the World Racing Association's Multimedia Network.